Hello, Intactivists, and welcome to Intactivist News Tuesdays. We have lots of Intactivist news, like always. We have Foregen in the news with a interesting fundraising idea that is either genius or stupid. We have the results of the Zazzle campaign we had to support David Candela. An extinction list was made. Cockfight and much more is in the news today. The campaign to support Breaking the Cut, which is a store off of Zazzle made by David Candela, we had one Intactivist buy 4 shirts while using the POTS-Zazzle affiliate code. So we should have gotten $25, but we actually only got $20 of Zazzle credit. POTS' team is calling Zazzle, and we'll be trying to fix that later. If you bought things using that link, please let us know. Zazzle's kind of giving us a hard time. There were errors with the link, supposedly. Probably because you guys crushed it and bought so many shirts using it. So helping David Candela's store was a success. Even if Zazzle kind of hamstrung us. So we are stopping that campaign for right now until we get things fixed with Zazzle. But we do have 4 shirts to give away. Also, for these shirts, we have medium and large sizes, and a chance to earn a shirt is coming up right now. By answering this survey, we need to know if you guys are interested in using the POTS charity affiliate program. It's really easy. Just go to POTS community and submit your vote. Just be honest. We won't get our feelings hurt. If we get over 20 votes, we will release a shirt to someone who comments down below the poll, "I want a shirt," or something like that. We will randomly pick one person, and you can give us your shipping address in our email. This giveaway is only for United States citizens and does not include Alaska or Hawaii because POTS will be covering the shipping costs, and Hawaii, Alaska, and internationally, it just costs too much. Also, the charity program is really easy. You just go and email us Amazon links that you may want to buy from them, and we will become affiliated and redirect you to our YouTube channel with the links down in the comments. And once you click on those affiliate links, a portion of your purchase will help POTS grow, and the Intactivist nonprofit of the month gets 10%, which is Little Images for the next 2 days. Who is going to dethrone Little Images? You guys voted for Gowdaf and Your Whole Baby. So starting September 1st up to the 15th, you guys can vote on who you want to win 10% of what Prevail over the system makes. Keep in mind, Your Whole Baby and Gowdaf are not showing signs of life right now. I messaged them, and I also tweeted them and followed them on their Twitter, and haven't had a response yet. So if September 15th comes and voting ends, it won't matter who voted for who. If Gowdaf was winning by votes, but Your Whole Baby responds to us and not Gowdaf, Gowdaf will be automatically disqualified. So if you want to see one of these groups win, do yourself a favor and message them, letting Gowdaf and Your Whole Baby know that POTS is looking for them. To save you guys some time, Prevail over the system has done some research on Intactivist groups and if they're extinct or very endangered. The criteria for this is that they're unresponsive to us or have a low footprint on social media or haven't protested in a long time. The list of extinct or very endangered Intactivist groups are as followed: Bay Area Intactivists, Genital Autonomy, Little Images, Norm, No Circ, Michigan, Peaceful Parenting, Saving Our Sons, and the Intact Network. Out of 18 Intactivist groups in the Intactivist circle, about half of them are extinct or very endangered, and the others are barely holding on. Only a couple powerhouses remain. If a group is on this list that you don't agree should be on it, please let us know why down in the comments. Cockfight has We Make Art Until Circumcision Dies on Friday, September 1st. The time is going to be starting at 4 p.m. and ending at 10 p.m. And it will take place at the Crossroads Art District. And that's for anybody who is interested in going. Bloodstained Men have their Virginia, Maryland circumcision crisis protest starting October 12th through October 24th. We will be covering them more closely as the dates become a little closer because they don't have their locations pinned down just yet, but stay tuned next week for more updates. Foregen made the news with a surprise fundraising opportunity. Reading through this article, they have successfully revascularized and reepithelialized, that word, successfully. They are hosting a special fundraiser on GoFundMe, which I find very interesting because they're asking for $100,000 in this. And if you go to the GoFundMe page, this is what you have. It says $45,000 is their goal here. If you look right here, they want $100,000. But regardless, they're trying to get $45,000 off of GoFundMe. The pricing and fees is 2.9% plus 30 cents on every donation. Now, this is for individual and businesses. Let's say Foregen was smart and did the fundraising for a charity. It would be 2.2% plus 30 cents for each donation. It's interesting because I don't know why they would do this on GoFundMe when Foregen has a perfectly good donation site where you can donate whatever, and look, nothing gets deducted from here. So I don't know why they would go ahead and use GoFundMe when you could just directly donate to them. Perhaps this is a marketing decision because maybe GoFundMe goes and markets better than Foregen does. I mean, they currently have 68 donations. However, if we go and use this 2.2% and this 30-cent fee, and you go ahead and you take it from 68, so 30 cents times 68 donations, Foregen already lost $20, well over $20 in fees. And that's just the 30-cent part. If you take the $5,756 and you times that by 2.2%, you get a loss of $126.63. So this makes the total fee for Foregen $147.03. So the total fee that Foregen is paying is 2.55% as of right now using GoFundMe. So if this continues, GoFundMe will take $2,550 if they reach their goal of $100,000. Now keep in mind, their goal is less than that on GoFundMe. It's actually $45,000, so we can cut that number in half roughly. Let's just say Foregen's going to end up paying $1,100 in fees. $1,100 in fees is quite a fee, if you ask me, to go and be using GoFundMe, especially with the GoFundMe reputation of them potentially taking money from the Canadian truckers. See, so if you look right here, this made the news. GoFundMe shuts down $10 million crowdfunding campaign. This was done by GoFundMe. They shut down a campaign that raised more than $10 million, and we don't know where the money went. So that kind of gets me a little nervous about the whole GoFundMe, just the fact that you could just donate straight to Foregen. But maybe this is a marketing thing. Maybe they're hoping to get new eyes on it, which that makes sense. Is it worth the cost of $1,100 of your normal supporters? The journey so far is kind of very interesting read just because it's almost comical. It talks about how, they've done this and they had inadequate blood flow at first, and then after that they've tried to apply the foreskin samples to the udder area of the sheep, and then the sheep started biting and scratching at the area. So I just don't know why you would use the udder area of the sheep, because are you going to do that for human clinical trials? Is that the idea here? I don't know. A lot of people who are going to go and do this treatment are going to be a sheep eventually and be one of these sheep. So I don't know if human has something like an udder area like sheep do for men. I'm not sure. I'm not a scientist. But now they're burying the foreskin sample tissue beneath a flap of skin on the sheep. So their final vision is a 2-stage surgical technique where the ECM is partially buried beneath the patient's epidermis, then removed and properly attached in the correct position. To refine this technique and eliminate uncertainties, they have to do another round of sheep trials. Now, if you don't know what epidermis is, it's this right here is your epidermis. It's the outermost layer of the skin, composed of 5 layers. Foregen is planning on using the second layer to go ahead and grow the human sheep foreskin. So the trials are set to begin in September 2023. I don't know if that's if they make their money or not, because the final round of this experiment will cost them approximately $100,000, and it pays for the tissue samples, the sheep, the veterinarian costs, as well as the laboratory space. But check this. It's a necessary step before we can move forward to human clinical trials in late 2024. Now that's crazy, because if you go back, Dr. McKellar feels confident that he can begin his preparations for human clinical trials this summer being the summer of 2023, which I don't know if they've started human clinical trials. It doesn't seem like they've started human clinical trials. So they're already late on this. This was said 5 months ago. So it just kind of seems like Foregen pushes back their times. The human clinical trials start date, which is to be determined, but it was supposed to be by April 1st, 2023 was when it was supposed to start. I don't know if they're including the sheep in all of that, but I'm pretty sure that's not the case. That would be animal trials. And this was back in December 22nd, 2021. So I'm pretty sure they were talking about human trials. So whenever Foregen gives you a date like this, I would take it with a grain of salt. And then once again, they're still pushing this fundraiser. I don't know why you would use GoFundMe. I just feel like you're just going to get hit with fees. Hopefully this works out for them. So yes, guys, that is all the news for the day. Thank you for tuning in. Do you guys think Foregen is doing the smart thing by using GoFundMe? Do you guys think Foregen's going to make their $100,000 donation, especially with a lot of Intactivists not really liking Foregen right now? Please let me know down in the comments. Thank you for tuning in.